Cast iron steak. Okay, before you add your butter and your oil to the pan, you want to place the pan on the stove and let it heat up. In my case, I put a little bit of water in the pan, so that way when all of the water is evaporated, I know that the pan is good and hot. In addition to the fact that I like clean dishes. All right, add the butter to the pan, and now you can add your steak, which should be nice and sizzling because you let your stove preheat. But if it looks like your butter's burning, just add a tablespoon of olive oil. You're just gonna let those sizzle and sizzle some more. And don't be afraid of all of that butter in the pan. If you're doing keto, it is important that you get as much fat in as possible and keep your carbs under 20 each day. That looks so good. All right, I'm just turning my steaks until they look done to me. Some people just like to turn them once or twice. That's not me. That's not my style. So you're gonna have to figure out what works for you. I can't be like everybody else. I like my steaks well done all the way through, no pink, only gray, and I also like for my fat to be good and crusty. Okay, once your steaks start looking as if they're done, just take some more butter and scoop it on top. That way they don't dry out on top and they still look beautiful and glistening when you plate them. In this case, although I'm pouring the butter on top, I'm gonna pack these with maybe some mashed cauliflower and eat these at lunch tomorrow, butter and all. All right, this is the final product. Some would say this looks cooked to hell, but that's just how I like it. So I encourage you all, if you're doing keto, like I said, you want to keep it as fatty as possible, and that's using real butter, avocado oil, or you can use olive oil. But you don't want to use things like processed margarine or things like that, because you want the fat, the real fat, the unfiltered, unadulterated fat. All right, for keto beginners, this is the final product, just like I like it. The edges are nice and brown. It's gonna be moist from adding the butter to the top. Now, some options that you can do to serve, you can have some Brussels sprouts, and I've already created a video on that. You can do mashed cauliflower. You can do zucchini, put it in the oven and bake it with some cheese on top. So many different ideas. If you're interested in knowing how to prepare a keto meal, just stay tuned to our next video, the mashup with May Lee. See you then.